Happy New Year and welcome to 2019. This is my first video of the year, and to start off the year, rather than creating something new, I'd like to talk about something old. I'd like to touch on all the stuff that I managed to do in 2018 that I'm proud of, and some of which I'm not so proud of, before I move into 2019 so I can have a positive remembering of the past year and know that I'm going to just create even more in the coming months. And I want to start by talking about one of my favorite things I got to do this year, which was drive what is essentially my dream car. For the past several years, I've been pretty much obsessed with Tesla. I love the cars, partially because they're all space age and modern and not fancy cars, and partially because of the whole renewable energy aspect of it, of the fact that it's propelling us into the future. More so than that, I love the way they look. And so I got to film with it for a couple days. I drove a Model X, and most of the time that I spent with it, I was just driving it and enjoying it, because who wouldn't? But I did spend some time filming it, and that was awesome. And I'm gonna do a whole video about the Tesla. In fact, I've done a few graphics and stuff. I've done some drawings that I'm gonna be using in that video, and that should be a good one. So go ahead and subscribe if you're interested in that. And not only did I get to play with this dream car, but I also spent some time this year with a dream camera. I got to play with the Hasselblad X1D, which is an amazing piece of equipment and was an equipment that I was kind of striving towards as a photographer. I was like, oh, one day I'll have a Hasselblad. And while that may still be true, I realized that the equipment that I have is better suited to the work that I do than some of these super high-end cameras. Because I'm a hybrid shooter, because I do photo and video, and because some of the work that I do, the Sony cameras that I have, the a7 III and the a7S II, are awesome cameras for the work that I do, and I'm perfectly happy with them, that they do really good work for me. And so when I went off to Europe, I took my a7S II, because I didn't have the a7 III yet, and I made a video, and I wanted to make this awesome vlog about my trip to Europe, and it just didn't come together. I'm really frustrated about that. You can check out that video up here. Most of the things I'm talking about today, there's a video about. So my Hasselblad experience, there's 3 videos on that, and then my Europe experience, there's a long video on that. And while it's not my favorite video that I've ever created, there's some awesome photos in there. I got to take some really cool photos while I was in Europe, and it was an experience that I'm so happy to have had. But back here in the States, I made a major life change. I moved all the way across the country from the West Coast to the East Coast, and that's in part to my family. They supported me through the whole process, and I've set up this amazing studio here, and I'm super happy with it. And of course, there will be a studio tour video coming at some point, but there's still a few things I have to wrap up around here, you know, some trim that needs to be finished, some touch-up painting and the like. I've just been procrastinating and I haven't finished it yet, so that's why there hasn't been a video about that. But that was a big thing for me, moving all the way out here, and it allowed me to do some work that I wouldn't have otherwise gotten to do. I got to do some amazing photo shoots for local optical shops, some advertising stuff for them, which was the first time I got to do product photography for a client as opposed to just for myself. And that was awesome. I took some amazing photos that I'm really happy with. And I also got to do some cool video projects out here. Back home, I'd gotten to do a cool video project for a local clothing store, but out here, there were more video projects, which was awesome for me because I love the video stuff. I got to do an amazing video about the process of making this handmade furniture, and I also got to do a video which was kind of a big deal for the town, which was this Archie statue that was installed here, a tribute to Bob Montana, the creator of the character. And I got to do an event shoot. I got to be at the event and document it from multiple camera angles and do a video on that. And then I also got to do a mini documentary, which will be coming out soon. And all of that wouldn't have happened if I hadn't moved out here. And that's some awesome stuff that I got to do. I also got to be a part of the sculpture walk out here. I got to take some awesome photos of sculpture installations, and I got to do the brochure for that. I got to be a whole part of the whole marketing campaign for the sculpture walk. And that's another awesome thing that I wouldn't have if I weren't out here. And that's really special to me. But on a kind of sad note, I also let myself down. At the beginning of 2018, I kind of made a promise to you guys that I'd be doing my best to have a video every week. And that totally didn't happen because obviously I would have had a lot of videos. And if you look at my YouTube channel, there aren't that many videos. So it didn't happen. And part of that's because of personal stuff, part of that's because of professional stuff, and part of that's just because I was slacking. But in this coming year, I hope to make more amazing videos. I actually got to make one of my favorite YouTube videos ever this last year, which was my fall colors video. It was just kind of a peek into my creative process and what it's like for me to go out and take photos. And it's not a perfect video, but it kind of captures what I want to do with this channel, which is I want to share the things that I can share that are unique to me, and one of those things is my creative process. And so moving forward, I hope to do more videos like that. In fact, I just shot a portrait lighting video the other day, which will be going out a few days after this video comes out. And it's not the best video, it's not the most exciting, but it's kind of a peek into what it's like to be in the studio creating photos. And that's more of what I want to do in 2019. I want to create videos that show you the experience of kind of being an artist and share that so that other people can maybe inspire themselves and take my mistakes and my tips and tricks and turn it into something useful for them. I really hope that I can do that because that's something that I can offer that's unique. And I definitely got to have some experiences this year that, while maybe not the best, were something that I definitely learned from. I did my first art show. I'd never done an art show before. I had my photography out on the street in a booth for people to come see, and I didn't sell a single photo, and it was super depressing. But now I have a bunch of cool prints sitting around the studio, I guess, and also it was a learning experience. Got to talk to a lot of people, and I actually met some potential clients. Some of the work that I had this year was because I did that event, even though I didn't sell anything there. So I want to share the things that I'm doing throughout the year that are related to my creative process and my thinking, just because I hope that others can learn from it. And I hope that's okay with you guys, because I'm going to do it no matter what, and I hope that you come along for the ride. So hopefully if you enjoyed this video, you'll go ahead and go down below and like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'd really appreciate it. You can check me out on Instagram if that's your thing. I post videos and stuff, and also I occasionally do the Instagram stories. I probably will have done a story about me making this video, so if you're interested in that kind of stuff, you can check that out. And until next time, toodles.